Hey, how are you? It's John from Dowie Farm. I'm just doing a quick video here for you, my patrons, for Patreon, on my instructional series for microgreens. This is one of the first ones I'm doing, but I'm just going to do a real quick, easy one for you, where we're going to show you how to do purple cabbage, and I have an instructional document that with some pictures and whatnot that I'm going to put up for you, also to have, so you can download and print and do whatever you're going to do. Anyway, so where we're going to start here is we just have our tray, okay, and our tray's prepped. I have a written on the end of it with so we get that to focus. Purple cabbage. That's a bad example. That's an older one, but I don't write it all out. I call it purple cabbage. It's actually a red cabbage, but I write P-cab on there. I use a grease pencil for that. I'm going to be publishing an Amazon list so you guys can see what I'm talking about when I talk about some of these items, like paper towels and whatnot. That way you at least have a reference. Obviously, if you want to purchase through us, that's great. But either way, you can see what exactly I'm talking about, and then you can go out and price compare. But anyway, so we prep our trays with that label, and then we also tag them with a date. Okay, today's October 17th, and then upside down 2 means 2 a.m. Okay, so and right side up 2 for me means 2 p.m. I do that not for brassicas necessarily, but I also don't readjust every time. Anyway, so we have our trays ready. They're clean. I've spread my soil. I scooped 2 scoops of soil in there and spread that soil out, okay? And now I've also already sprayed, and these are pretty heavy, all right? And I have another video on how to mix soil and how to wet the soil. So that's the same procedure for almost every crop. And if there's not, if that procedure's differently, I will change the video. Good stuff. I need a haircut too. See that? All right, so here we go. So now that I've got my soil ready, I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to weigh out my seeds. Okay, I do buy my seeds in bulk from Kitazawa right now, and I will provide links for all my seed people. All right, I'm going to turn on this. I use ounces. This is 0.6 to 0.8 ounces of purple cabbage seed. I buy these 15 pounds at a time for a pretty good price. I go 0.7 right now. Here we go. All right. Oh, I accidentally went to 0.9. Whoops, that's going to be a little too much. A weird angle here with this camera in the way. I'll go with 0.8 though. That's okay. I'm going to try to go 0.7. So the next one will need to be 1.5. You go a little slow. That should get me there. A little bit more popping on. Yep, 1.5. And then we're going to go to 2.2. Right, there we go. I need a little more. And then 2.9. So the first one's got a little much, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So there is a grams conversion on the page. I believe it was 17 to 26 grams, something like that. Anyway, I go 0.7 usually. The only reason I would change that up is the only reason I would really change that up is if I'm having problems with mold and things like that, and overgrowth and second growths are another problem where your greens will grow initially, and then you'll get a second growth of seeds in there, and that is a problem because that second layer doesn't usually make it. It rots, and that ruins your whole tray. So I like the 0.7 ounces for a lot of my brassicas, but definitely my purple cabbage. I'll go more in depth on those other brassicas and seeding rates. But if you're having problems, lower your seeding rate first. It's one of the first things you can do to mitigate some of your issues that you have. I go 0.7 on this. I've had problems in the past that gone all the way down to 0.5, but that was probably a little too much. So 0.6 is a good one to go down to. I know it seems like a tiny amount, but a tenth of an ounce when you're only talking about this much seed is quite a bit, So, and then going up to 0.9 if you can is great, but I find over 0.8, really you get too much growth in there, and there's not enough airflow, and you get mold. So here we go. I'm going to show you as good as I can here how to spread these seeds. All right. So I'm going to start at the corner of the tray, and I'm going to go along the edge like that. All right. Is that good in the shot? Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I'm going to go this way around the edges first. Fill in these edges lightly. All right. I hope you can't really see on there exactly. Let me see if I can get a closer shot so you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing here. All right. See if you can see the seeds coming out maybe. I don't know. It's kind of tough to see. I don't have that kind of capability probably. But here we go. I can't zoom with that end of the camera. But I'm going real slow, and I'm just getting a good even spread. And you'll get a feel for this after you do it for so long, okay? So I got a nice even spread on those seeds. I'm not sure if you can really see. That's a pretty good. You can see, right? Yeah, cool. And, you know, compared to this one, there's no seeds. Maybe you can get a side-by-side here. All right. No seeds to seeds. See the seeds on the one on your left, I believe. All right. This one's obviously the seeds. This one's not. All right, cool. But anyway, that's it. I do, right now, because of the volume I'm doing, it's real convenient. My watering trays hold 8 flats. So I'm planting 5 purple cabbage flats, and I'm planting 1 kohlrabi, 1 red kale, and 1 other green item, okay, like a pak choi or a broccoli or a Brussels sprouts or a turnip. And that is exactly, it's a batch of salad blend for me with my recipe, which I will publish also for you guys, for patrons. You guys get a lot of extra insider content, okay? I'm not just putting that out there for anybody, only for you guys. And, you know, use it and do what you want to do with it, modify it. But you'll see this document up there. It's just this Excel spreadsheet, and it's formulas, and you can change this if you want. I believe I'm getting 4, yeah, so I'm getting about 9 to 11 ounces yield out of this purple cabbage on the 0.7. And with 5 trays, I'm going to get 55 ounces. So I'm getting a lot. I'm getting about a 5-pound batch is really what it ends up being. Because of my 5-pound batch, I go 48 ounces of purple cabbage, and then I go 12 kohlrabi, 10 kale, and 10 something green. All right, so, and I make sure that 1 green thing isn't blue kale, because I don't want that much kale in there. But anyway, so, yeah. Oh, sorry. So we're yielding 9 to 11 ounces, which is a great yield, and this is really one of your bulk items. Okay, now if you're doing red in your salad blend, then you can back this one off a little bit. But if I don't, because beets are a huge pain in my ass, so I just go heavy on this. I go 70% of my mix is this purple cabbage, because really the colors are just nice. All right, you can see up here, and I have pictures of this in the instructional, but see up here, you can see my purple cabbage growing. See that nice deep purple color? This is a younger crop. All right, this one's not quite ready yet, but just to give you an idea, that's 10-10. All right, and today's 10-17, so that's 7 days, and in 2 days, that'll absolutely be ready to harvest. All right, and stupid autofocus, there we go. In 2 days, that'll be ready to harvest, and then, excuse me, and then I've got some over here that's a little overgrown, to be honest with you. This is 10-5, so this is at 12 days, which is right on that line. Like if you go over to 13, a lot of times you're going to overgrow. And I'm at 70 in here right now, and all this is based on 72. So if I was at 72 tomorrow, this would be overgrown probably. And I know there's not a lot of light, but see how big we are up here on this one? All right, and then we get down here, and I got one that's a little banged up. Oh, there's an empty spot, but that one's a little flopped over. See how it's like falling over the edge of the thing? That's because it's growing a little too high. All right, and that's a round I did of 8 purple cabbage. So a lot of times I'll just go 8 of those, and then I'll double down with some other stuff. If I need to do like 4 or a couple of radish, I'll finish out a layer with purple cabbage. So anyway, we plant those. We paper towel them next. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but that's what you signed up for. All right, let me grab my paper towels here. We're gonna towel these bad boys. This is all in the instructional. This is all very straightforward. Okay. Once I get done with that whole row, normally I would do this whole row. Let me turn off my fan. It's gonna blow my paper towels all over the place. Oh, I'm missing a step. Sorry, guys. So I planted my seeds. Now I'm going to take my hose, and I'm just going to give it a quick spray like that. That's all I'm looking to do, okay? Just to get seed to soil contact. That's all I'm trying to do here, okay? Now I'm going to cover them. This also helps with paper towels stay for a bit. And these are just brown paper towels, natural roll, hard pack they call them, I believe, hard roll. And I'm going to cover that. I have to use 2 because these are only 8 inches wide, and the trays are like 10.5 or something, like 10 technically. And then I'm going to spray that. Oop, moved a little on me. That's okay. We'll just do that. Now, there we go. Cool. So this is significantly got some heft to it, and you'll be able to tell your soil is saturated when you got that heft. Then I would normally do another layer, and I'm gonna do it off video. I would plant a topper, right? So we have some cilantro here that we already planted yesterday. All right, and that's soaked. And that's a topper. That's one that I don't weight. So I'm gonna put that on top. And that's all I'm gonna do is 2 layers, with the purple cabbage, you could absolutely do another layer if you don't need a lot of toppers, which I do, so I just do 1 layer, then I do a topper, okay? And a topper is anything that doesn't take weight. That's my lingo, okay? So I need a lot of toppers right now, so I just plant 1 layer of a bottom layer like this, and then I throw toppers on top of that, and then I move them to a rack, as you can see over here, and then I start over with another layer, all right? See, I have a lot of doubles here. That's actually just toppers. I have a lot of doubles, okay? That's my sunflower seed topped with some shiso, all right? So that's what I do with that. If you don't need that many toppers, it's perfectly fine to go a double layer of brassicas on this one. You could do another layer of brassicas, or you would actually put this one on top of radish or peas or sunflower. So you go one of those. Those are always on the bottom. And then you would do these next, and then you could even do 1 more brassica layer. So you could go 4 trays high. I don't recommend going more than 3, but you could go 4 if you did it that way, where you have something like radish on the bottom, then 2 layers of brassicas, then your topper, and you'd be 4 trays deep, all right? But I try not to, just because it cuts down on airflow, squeezes out more of that, it really, it makes that anaerobic situation happen where you're going to possibly start developing some issues. So I do avoid it, but I do it if I have to. So, experiment with it, do your thing. Good stuff. Like I said, this is the base of our salad blend, so this is really probably the thing we grow the most, I would say. So as far as an individual crop goes. And it's funny because it's the one thing we don't really sell it by itself. We really never sell purple cabbage alone. But there's no reason you can't, and that's one of the advantages of growing all your salads separate too. Is you have your purple cabbage, your kohlrabi, and all that stuff individual, and you can offer those individual if you want to. We do it. We sell it for $4 an ounce. All right, and that's another thing I guess I should get into is pricing. We would sell this by itself for $4 an ounce. Our salad blend goes for $3 an ounce. Unless you get 8 ounces, then we go to $2.75 an ounce, and if you go to a pound, you get it for $2.50 an ounce. All right, our math works on that. That's a whole different video. But anyway, that's what I got. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for helping me out here on the farm by being a patron, and I hope you learned something from this. I have the instructional up. If there's any suggestions on what you guys are looking for out of these videos that I'm maybe not including, don't be afraid to send me some kind of a message, either via this YouTube video, I guess is fine. You can email me also if you'd like to, John with no H at dowiefarm.com. Thanks very much. Have a great day.